You know, so one thing I love to do is finesse fish, and especially finesse fishing a drop shot. Being from California, I grew up fishing some of these really deep, clear water lakes, and you know, for me, it's something I fished from California to Florida, all the way up to New York. Caught fish pretty much around the country throwing a drop shot. And one thing I like to do, one thing I like to change up throughout the year, throughout the day, just really depending on conditions, how tough it is take my bait from a conventional drop shot, you know, where I'm either Texas rigging that bait or I'm nose hooking the bait, kind of like this, to a Wacky rig. And what I like to do is it's the same setup. You know, I'm gonna have my hook, I'm gonna have my weight, I'm gonna take the bait, this little Strike King open pore technology dream shot worm, and I'm gonna hook it right through the middle, just like that. So now when that bait stands up, it's gonna have a completely different action. It's gonna be Wacky rigged on the drop shot here. It's a way to get a few more bites throughout the course of the day. You know, everyone's out there drop shotting now, but not a lot of guys are rigging the drop shot just like this, throwing it a little Wacky rig. And like I say, I mean, it's truly a difference maker. Look at that right there. So important having the right drag. You know, I mean, these fish they are mean, and without the right drag, there is no way you're gonna land half these fish, especially when they make a run. You know, another nice little fish. Again, a little Wacky rig on the drop shot. We just fished through this area. We came back, turned around, switched it up, got some more bites. That's what it's all about. You know, I see all the time, you know, guys set the hook of the drop shot. When you think about what you're doing with this drop shot, it's light line, it's a really light wire hook, you know, a little owner mosquito hook, something really light. You're just skin hooking the roof of their mouth. So you really just kind of want to lean into them, skin hook them, and keep constant pressure. And that is going to land you a lot of big fish on light line. You know, so when you reel set, I mean, that is where the right rod, the right reel are really gonna come into play. That's when I'm gonna go to a Daiwa Tatula Elite spinning rod, 7 foot 1 inch. It's a medium power. This was a rod designed by Ehrler. A little bit heavier. It's better for a little bit heavier weight. And as far as the reel to throw, Daiwa Exist LT, the 3000 size, really good drag, high gear ratio. And again, you wanna get that bite, you just kinda wanna reel into them, and your hookup ratio is gonna go through the roof. There he is. Beautiful fish. There we go. That's a nice one. A little drop shot. That's what I mean, just a little skin hook right in the roof of the mouth. See how I just reel set down? And I guarantee you, that is gonna help you get a lot more fish in the boat. Don't set the hook, just reel set, light line, catch a lot more fish. You know, for me, when I'm throwing the drop shot, there's gonna be 2 styles of weights I'm gonna throw, and really 90% of the time it's gonna be the teardrop shape. I feel like overall it's the best shape, but when I get to grass, I get to current, this, you know, the long, skinnier weight is definitely gonna be a really solid option. I really do like the tungsten. For one, I really like the sensitivity of tungsten. You know, when I'm throwing out there, I'm gonna be able to determine, is that a rock, is it brush pile, what kind of bottom am I dragging across, and that tungsten is gonna help you detect more bites and really feel the bottom. But also, I love the sound tungsten makes. You know, when you're banging around on rocks, it's got a different sound. It's going to put off a sound. I really feel like it's going to help attract fish as well and have them come up. One thing I always do when I'm throwing this Wacky rig on a drop shot is usually have a little bit longer of a leader. And what I mean by the leader is from the hook, the distance from the hook to the weight, because I'm really going to fish this bait a little bit slower. You know, I want to cast it out there. I want to let that bait settle in, and I want to shake the slack in the line. So you don't want to be jumping the weight, you know, really popping that weight along. You want to set it down there, and you just want to shake the slack in the line, and just imagine that worm, you know, really coming to life and looking very natural. There he is. You know, so we just fished right through this area throwing the drop shot, and that's what I mean. You know, you could follow up, throwing the drop shot, same setup, but with the Wacky rig, come back, catch that additional fish. And a lot of times in tournaments, that's what you need. You know, that couple extra bites a day. is gonna go a long way.